listening to the TalkBox. You're listening to the TalkBox. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. It's your girl, Sonja G, here on the TalkBox. You guys, I've been missing you for so long. So I want to give everybody time to log on in. Make sure you're sharing the live. Make sure you say hello down below. And we have a episode today. I am so thankful that I have a genuine relationship with my Creator. And I love the way that He allows me to make some mistakes and allows me to be the recipient of a whipping and a hugging all at the same time. I don't know about you, but when you join the live, please like, share, comment. And I just want to let you know that this is actually the relaunch of the TalkBox show, and we're going to get right down into it. But I do want everybody to have the opportunity to log on. So make sure that you're sharing the live. Okay. Today we're talking about grateful, not stuck, finding purpose in the pause, P-A-U-S-E. A lot of times we're going through life struggles and life situations, life circumstances, and we'll get thrown off a little bit. Things will start pausing on us. But I'm thankful and I'm grateful for all that God do for me. So let me just tell you, let's see here. The thing is, what God was sharing with me last night, as He was getting on to me, loving on me, and spanking my butt at the same time. I'm like, God, I got so much going on. I'm thankful and grateful for the 21 years in business that you've given to me. I'm thankful for my children, my grandchildren, all of that. But man, life has really been lifing, and I'm supposed to be your best girl. So what is going on? And God said, yeah, you're doing everything for everybody else. But as Janet Jackson said, God told me, what have you done for me lately? He said, when I assigned the TalkBox to you, it wasn't just for you, it was for others. How many times have you guys heard me say, we're not saved for ourselves, we're saved for others? He said, so all the people that were assigned for you to speak life into them have been without the TalkBox and your voice for 6 months. So what have you done for God lately? So make sure again that you're sharing the live and comment. Let me know who's in the place. So what he first told me was gratitude isn't about circumstances. It's about your mindset. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. I tell you all the time that we have to start looking at our lives as the glass is half full instead of half empty. It's about your mindset. Can you be grateful even when they walk you out of your job? Can you be grateful even when you lose a loved one? Can you be grateful when you wreck your car? Can you be grateful when the kids is acting up? Can you be grateful? See, it's easy to be grateful when things are going right. But God wants me to let you know today that gratitude is not about circumstances. It is about your mindset. So today, when we're talking about grateful, not stuck, finding purpose in the pause, P-A-U-S-E, you may be feeling like today that God have paused his favor, that God has paused his blessings because life been lifing. But just like he got on to me last night, what have you done for God lately? A lot of times we try to use God as an ATM, but God is not an ATM. But when you're looking at it from a banking standpoint, you can't go to the bank and make a withdrawal when you haven't been making any deposits. That's a word right there. You cannot. So you can be thankful and still believing for more. The pause is not the end of the story. That's what God wants me to tell you today. The pause is not the end of the story, honey. Every day that we wake up, God is giving us another day, another opportunity to get some things right that we didn't have quite right on yesterday. We are above the dirt. The dirt is not above us. So I don't care what life is lifing to you. If we just remember to be grateful, remember to be thankful, because somebody somewhere would love to walk in your shoes. Somebody somewhere will love to have the job that you have, that you go to every day and complain all day that you're there. So I need to let you know that the pause is not the end of the story. There is power in gratitude. Here's the deal. Gratitude changes how we see life. When we're grateful, those things that seem so traumatic, those things that seem so burdensome, becomes light. When we're grateful, we can appreciate the struggles, because we have a word from the Lord that says all things work together for the good of those who love God, who are called according to his purpose. I want you to know that God has a purpose and a plan for you. It may not feel like it. You might not understand what's going on, but I am just willing and knowledgeable enough to know that he is still the author and the finisher of my faith as well as yours. I want to let you know that thankfulness keeps us grounded instead of bitter. Or when we walk around and we are thankful, or when we're grateful, then we don't become bitter when people walk out of our lives. We don't become bitter when seasons change. The Bible tells us to everything there is a season. But see, when we're not thankful, we'll become bitter when folk walk out. We'll become bitter when we lose the job. We'll become bitter when our money is funny and our change is strange. But thankfulness will keep us grounded instead of us getting bitter. So being thankful doesn't mean settling. It means trusting. There's a difference between just settling for mess and junk in your life and trusting God to fix that thing. God says also, don't grow weary in your well-doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. But again, how do we know the word? How can we repeat the word if we don't know the word, right? So there's a scripture, in everything give thanks. Thessalonians 5:18. In everything give thanks. We can't just give thanks when everything is going right, because again, to everything there is a season. So when life feels like a pause, you're in a waiting season. Waiting seasons don't mean wasted seasons. It's just, you're just at a pause. Maybe you're at a pause because you missed a lesson or two. And God had to put you on pause so that you could reflect on your life, so that you will have the opportunity to look in your faith file and see that if he blessed you then, he'll bless you now. Maybe you're on pause because you're so ungrateful that you can't receive anything out of your faith file. But you're on pause so that you can see other people being blessed. And you know, when your neighbor is being blessed, that just means that God is in your neighborhood. You're on pause. What does pause teach us? When God puts us on pause, it teaches us, first of all, patience. Patience is a virtue. Okay. It teaches us patience, how to be patient in the time of trouble, how to be patient when you're waiting for the promotion, when you're waiting for the job, when you're waiting to be eligible to buy the home, when you're waiting on your marriage to be sealed. It teaches us patience. Paul's also teaches us clarity. Sometimes we be in the pause so that God can just give you time to look at the situation and what's going on so that you can get some clarity. Sometimes life be life and so tough that we take our eyes off of God and put it on the situation. So God will put us on pause, Pause, so that we can get some clarity. We also become put on pause to give us time for preparation. The Bible tells us, write the vision, make it plain. Though it tarry, wait for it. It shall speak and not lie. It shall come to pass. What does that mean? That means that if you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. It's very simple. If you wake up every morning and don't have a destination in mind, you will end up doing nothing. So, what we need to do is understand that what we're learning during the pause is to get prepared. We have to be prepared in this season. The first Sunday of the year, I was in Memphis. I went to church with my son, his wife, and family, and he preached on being prepared for anything and everything. So maybe you're on a pause so that you can get prepared for the blessing or get prepared for the tragedy. Because if you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. The pause also teaches us because God often works behind the scenes. Sometimes you can't see God working for you, but I'm going to give you a good example. Do you remember that man or that woman that you were so in love with 20 years ago and you thought you couldn't live without them? But God stepped in, separated that thing, and now that you look behind, backwards, you see that God was working behind the scenes in your behalf. So what are we doing? Well, the pause teaches us patience. The pause teaches us clarity. The pause teaches us preparation. And God is working behind the scenes. So this is a gratitude check. Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys something. What are you thankful for right now? What are you thankful for? I can truly, honestly say today, because of the spanking that God gave me on yesterday, I am thankful for my ups and my downs. But what are you thankful for? Tell me, what are you thankful for? Good morning, Mother Janice, Rita, Vanessa, Lisa. Good morning to everyone. But I'm asking you a question. It's very important. What are you thankful for? Okay. What season? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. What season are you in right now? Are you in a waiting season where God have told you to wait? Are you in a rebuilding season or are you in a stepping out season? What season are you in? And are you grateful even while believing God to move? Are you truly grateful? Don't you know that all things is working for your good? Lisa says she's thankful for life and growth. Mother Janet said her health, family, and waking me up for another day. Ashley says she's thankful for life. I was on the wake up list. Yes, yes. We got to be thankful in whatever season that you're in. Because how can we expect God to move on our behalf when you can't handle the blessings you're already walking in? So, hey, I'm guilty. I was walking in some woe is me yesterday until God starts spanking me and asking me, what have you done for me lately? That's why I'm so grateful and thankful that we have relaunched the TalkBox. I'm going to be on every morning at 9 a.m. And so I hope that you not only meet me here, but that you comment and be engaged so that we can grow together. And here it is. Start each day naming 3 things that you're thankful for. So I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful for my ups and downs. I'm thankful for being in my right mind. This week, I had an episode that I've never had before. I woke up anxious, heart pounding. I woke up, my mind was just racing. And so today, I'm thankful for being in my right state of mind, because that day I had to say, God, you said that you came to heal the brokenhearted and set the captives free. So I need you to come on, Jehovah Rapha, step in and heal my mind, heal my body, heal my soul. So the 3 things that we're going to do every day, start off saying 3 things that you're thankful for. The other thing that we, even as Christians, have really, really bad is we compare our process to someone else's. We have to stop comparing our lives with somebody else. Do you know that everybody on the planet has different fingerprints? Do you know why? Because God made you unique. You are not like anyone else. He made you unique. So don't compare yourself to someone else's process. Don't try to compare your marriage to someone else. Now, you can build off of the things that you see in someone else's marriage that you want in your life or even on the job, but don't stop comparing your process to someone else. And trust that your delay is not denial. You got to trust God that your delay is not a denial. It's just not your season right now. But God have great things for you, because Jeremiah 29:11 says that he has a plan for you, a plan to prosper you, not to harm you, plans of a hope and a future. So don't rush the pause. Everybody, type it in the comment section. Don't rush the pause. Let me put it. Let me even drop it myself in here. Don't rush the pause. Don't rush it, because when we rush it, we'll mess it up. We will definitely mess it up. So we don't want to rush the pause. Why? Guess why? Because we learn from the pause. Don't rush the pause, because we learn from the pause. That's what it's all about. We learn from the pause. So don't rush it, because if you rush it, we tend to have to go through that over and over and over again. It may come back in a different light, but you got to learn the lesson. Okay? The other thing is, gratitude keeps your heart soft and your faith strong. When we are grateful, it makes us look at life through a spiritual lens, okay? It makes us look at life through a spiritual lens. So I am so grateful and thankful that I heeded the call. And when I was murmuring and complaining, that God threw Janet Jackson up in my face and said, what have you done for me lately? I have assigned people to you to encourage. I have assigned people to you to speak life into a dead situation. So you took it upon yourself to just not do the talk box because you were too busy. I'm just talking about me now. I ain't talking about you, but I'm talking about me. I was too busy. I'm too busy, Lord. I have the grandbabies. I got these new businesses. I got this, that, and the other. And God said, who do you think gave you those things? You didn't do anything on your own. So gratitude keeps our heart soft and our faith strong. So when God was getting on to me last night, I said, yes, Lord, I'm relaunching because the talk box is not just for me, but it's for others. And so I hope and pray that you subscribe, that you like and share this awesome, awesome word, not coming from me, but coming from the Lord. Whew. So I tell you what's next is connected to how you steward now. What you receive next is going to come from how you steward right now. Are you able to be thankful? Are you able to be grateful? Are you looking past all of your problems, your pressure, and pursuing the prize? Are you able to be thankful regardless of what state you are physically in? Are you able to be thankful and grateful if you don't get the house, if you don't get the car, if you don't get the job? That is going to determine what God do for you next. The Bible says, in all things, give thanks. And so I want to thank you guys for coming on with me. I'm thankful. You didn't have to share your time, but you did. I appreciate it. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your frenemies. The talk box is back and the mic is on. So you guys, it's your girl, Sonja G, here on the talk box. I want to also remind you that it's tax season. Yay! So you see, I'm here at the office thanking God. I'm thankful for the 21 years He have allowed me to be in business. So I'm thankful. So we have a new portal. Y'all need to check it out, authentictax.com. And you know, Authentic is the real tax place. So I am waiting to see all of you guys. Thank you so very much for coming on. For those who are new to the channel, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. But again, I'm your girl, Sonja G, here on the Talk Box. God bless you and have a great day.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, listening to the Talk Box for Son. Yeah, listening to the Talk Box. Let's talk about it.